So I stopped using AI writers for SEO. And in this short video, I want to go over why and my thought process behind it and why I think you should stop using AI SEO writers too. So the very first thing about, and the reason why I stopped it, is simply because just writing isn't enough. Writing an article with AI or even manually and posting it on your site won't rank your site. And I say this all the time, and I'll leave links for courses where I go over this in depth in the description, but just writing is only one of the three main SEO pillars, right? We have on-page SEO, we have off-page SEO, which is essentially basically link building, right? And we also have technical SEO. When we talk about on-page, we essentially talk about the content that you place on the site, what you write, how you write it, the key research you made to write that same content, right? How the content is built out in relation to your competitors' content, right? That's essentially on-page SEO, right? Now, you cannot succeed. You can't rank a site alone just focusing on on-page, right? You simply won't succeed. You have to nail all these three pillars: on-page, off-page, which essentially is link building. So you have to go out, find the backlinks your competitors have, build them all out, so copy the backlinks, and then build out some more. If you want to learn how to do this step by step, I'll leave a link, a course in the description going over exactly how to build links, how to steal your competitors' backlinks and all that. And then finally, technical SEO. This is like the boring stuff of SEO, schema markup, site speed, meta tags, all this stuff, but it's super important. Let me give you an example, which I give oftentimes, which is, for example, let's say you have your on-page nailed down, amazing on-page SEO, amazing off-page SEO. But then, in regards to your technical SEO, your site is super slow at loading. It takes so much time to load. And so when someone goes on Google, searches for a keyword, right, and all these sites pop up, right, you and all your competitors, let's say you are here ranking first, right? Someone clicks it, and even though, of course, you're ranking first because someone clicks your site, right? If it takes 10, 15, 20 seconds to load, right, people just go off your site and click the second result. And if enough people do this over and over again, what's going to happen is that your site is going to drop out the rankings. And even if it doesn't, right, you won't get a single sale because people just hop off. And so this is just a way of me to show you that you can have the best on-page in the world, the best off-page in the world, but if your technical SEO lacks, right, you won't make any money. It won't be enough. Right. And so that's the very first thing why you need to stop using AI writers, because you get super reliant on, okay, this AI will rank my site first on autopilot. And that's just not reality, right? That just doesn't happen. Okay, that's the very first thing. Second, well, it's simply because most AI writers just suck, right? There's mainly because there's no context, right? Maybe because they're just basically regurgitating and producing the same content over and over and over again, and they're not adding anything to the web. And so if you're using AI, if you want to use AI, right, make sure to use one where you can give it context, right, where the AI, right, can accept, so this is the AI, right, the AI has the output of the content, right, but you gotta make sure that you can feed the AI and you can train your own AI. You can feed it text documents, video documents, or videos actually, any type of info you can feed to the AI, right, to give it more context. So it knows how to produce content using your brand's tone of voice, your brand's mannerisms, right? It's not about like just producing content just because of the sake of it, right? Because that's going to be producing content that's just not valuable, that essentially won't rank on Google. Unless, of course, you're targeting the non-English speaking markets, which tend to be easier because there's a lot less the supply there, but that's a video for another time. Actually, I'll leave a link for that video in the description because I did make a video on using AI for the international markets, so the non-English speaking markets, because there you can even use ChatGPT and you can rank first for a bunch of keywords. But putting that aside, right, most AI writers just suck because they're not adding anything to it. So if you're using AI, make sure to use an AI that you can actually feed and train based on your own data in real time. Super, super important. Most of them just won't do that. And third, finally, right, that's the biggest issue, right? Most AI writers are just writers, simply writers. And so because they're simply just writers, right, you're only tackling on page. And so you're reliant on these writers that, I mean, they just write with no context, right? And they make you think that you can succeed with it, but in reality you can't because you're missing these two. And so again, most of these tools are just writers. They just tackle on page and oftentimes not good enough. And so these are the three main issues, that why I stopped using it. I stopped using just writers. And so you might be wondering, okay, so what do I use now? How do I do SEO? Now I'll tell you, I don't do SEO manually, right? I leverage AI because not leveraging AI isn't smart, right? AI is an amazing technology that just amplifies whatever it is that you're doing, right? I can do SEO, and if I bring this amazing tool that is like AI, think about AI as a tool, right? I can do it so much faster. And so what do I use? I don't use just a writer. I use an AI that helps me holistically with my SEO. Holistically meaning taking and tackling all these 3 pillars, not just being a writer, right? I use something that gives me all of this in just one go, right? Allows me to write new content, right, with AI, edit new content and existing content with AI. So instead of me editing the content manually, adding links manually, doing all this stuff manually, changing the images, I just use a tool that has AI embedded in it. That is existing content, super important. A lot of times people just neglect existing content. Allows me to syndicate it social media, leverage multi-platforms, and focus on the 3 pillars. And here's basically what that is, right? A comparison between manually versus AI. And again, you don't need to use this AI. You can use any AI you want. Just make sure you choose an AI or a product with an AI that allows you to do all this. Okay, so manually, like essentially the whole process of SEO is quite simple. You can boil it down to this, right? You choose your keywords, ideally high buying intent keywords. If you want to learn a bit more about why this is, why that is, why buying intent, why the intent is, I'll leave also a link down below in the description for the video where I explain this, right? But essentially, with SEO, you choose your keywords, right? You create SEO content around those keywords, right? All this, right, with the hand, all this manually, right? You publish it, you index it, you syndicate it, you build links to it, right? That's a whole process of SEO, right? Now, there's a hand in every single aspect of this, right? And AI just automates the whole process, right? You can leverage and use an AI to do the same thing, right? To achieve the same result, right? Which is money. At the end of the day, that's all that matters here with SEO, right? Because SEO, search engine optimization, is a marketing strategy, right? So the end goal is to make more money, right? You can do the exact same thing just using AI. So AI chooses this keyword for you, right? There's, of course, some manual input, right? AI doesn't do everything on autopilot, right? You can if you want, but ideally you'd have some human input in it, right? It chooses the keywords, it automatically generates the content, right? With images, videos, links, all this stuff, automatically publishes it, automatically submits it for search engines for indexing, automatically takes the content, right, and syndicates to your LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, right? Builds links on autopilot. This is all for you on autopilot. So with AI, essentially, it is faster. Manually, it is slower. I mean, you get to the same endpoint, just way slower. Right? And if your competitors are using AI, and if you're not, they're just going to get left behind. Again, the blueprint is simple. It's just this, right? Choose keywords, create content, do all this. Pretty simple. Now, I mentioned one thing, which was about editing or updating existing content. Now, here's a super interesting case study, right, for reviving existing content. Because again, a lot of people neglect, so you should not neglect existing content that's already been published like a month ago, a year ago. Here's an example, right, for a client site where you see these green balls right here, right? This is a screenshot from Ahrefs, right? And these big green balls appear when there's big changes on a page or on multiple pages on the site. And so you can see that there was a big change here and a bunch of changes here, right? And this was updating existing content, right? And as soon as you update the content, you see an increase, right? As soon as you update the content, you see an increase. So taking old aged content and updating it, so adding new images, adding new videos, adding in fresh new info, right, to make the content up to date and relevant, adding more links, right, makes the content more relevant, thus making it more relevant and up to times with the search intent of the searcher, making it rank higher on Google. Basically, this is right. This is the before, right? Shitty article, like not enough juice to it, and you convert it to this, right? Same info, same concept, but more info, more images, more visually appealing videos, links. So it's a much more friendlier user experience, right? So that's it, basically it. So you can, if you don't want to use AI to produce new content, just use it to update existing content. Sorry, and you can use this tool for that. Journalist AI does it for you on autopilot. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically it. This is you versus me, right? You with your slow hand building the table. Me with AI, I can build the table so much faster because I got this tool that is AI that allows me to build a table so much faster. And here are just a couple of results of people using not just AI or not, but just leveraging SEO. Because a lot of times people say that SEO doesn't work anymore, right? It does work. Look at this guy. From 0 to 10K in SEO traffic, in search traffic in a couple of weeks, right? From here, basically zero, I guess it was about 1,000 to here in just a couple of weeks. Now this, granted, all the stuff you see right here, all these amazing case studies of increase. You can stop the video if you want to read them through, right? All these mega increases in traffic, right? Even this one with SEMrush commented because the results were very impressive, right? From 0 to 2K traffic in just a couple of weeks, right? All these stuff. This is all taking into account the 3 pillars of SEO, right? This isn't just about producing content. It's about producing content, building links, and having a proper technical SEO. Now, if you want to learn more about that, I'll leave 3 links for 3 free courses down below in the description. This one is a hour course teaching you how to build backlinks. So every single thing you need to do to build backlinks. What's a backlink, which types of backlinks you should be building, how to get them, how to copy your competitors' backlinks, like step-by-step stuff on literally what I do as well to build links, the best links you can possibly build. So this is for link building. This one is a holistic SEO, so on-page stuff, off-page technical SEO with AI. If you're a bit more conservative and don't want to leverage AI, check this one out as well, which is basically the same thing, holistic SEO, on-page, off-page, and technical without AI. So there's stuff for everyone here. If you want to use AI, watch this one. If you don't want to use AI, watch this one. And if you want to build links, learn exactly how I build links step by step, how to achieve similar results like this ones, watch this one right here. So yeah, that's the video. That's why I stopped using writers and I now focus on using holistic AI tools that help me with my SEO. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, before I do go, I want to show you what the output of this looks like, because this is my tool, by the way. Here's what the output looks like. So I took an article for Botox for women over 50 years old, right? It generated the image, gave me the table of contents, gave me all this stuff right here with in-article links, internal links, external links, even in-article videos that are relevant to what the content is about. So right here, right, this one right here is a video, right, for Botox, right? But you can see that it's specifically for women over 50 years old. So none of this, right, none of the images, none of the links, none of the videos, none of this is placed in here randomly, right? All this has some thought process behind it. And again, yes, you can do all this manually, but why would you? Because it takes you so much time. AI just saves you a ton of time, right? And again, if you don't, for some reason you don't like the output, you can just go here, open up the article, and you can edit the article. Let's say, for example, you don't like this image. Just go here and say, put it underwater. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can't put the women underwater. And again, it will take the context of the image itself and the whole article as a whole. So in this case, it is a woman over 50. That's how it put the women over 50 underwater, right? You can do a lot of stuff right here. You can, let's say, for example, you don't like this right here. You can say, make it longer. I want to give it a bit more context. So make this a bit more longer. Okay, boom, there you go. You can say, for example, let's say, if you want to add links to some places, let's say, for example, right here, you go here, add links, add external links. Now the AI will read through the whole article as a whole, read through the paragraph and find the most relevant links it can add here. And I can just boom, click this, and it just added a bunch of links right here. Now again, yes, you can do all this manually, but why would you when you can leverage AI to do all this for you in just a blink of an eye? You can do this for internal links, external links. You can add keywords to sprinkle in your keywords here. You can rewrite this with a custom prompt, saying, for example, write this more tailored to women, right? You can make it longer, make it shorter. You can make a list, so you can take the info, make a list out of it, make a table. So again, you are here for the leveraging of AI, not just in the generation, but also in the editing. And by the way, you can delete all this. You can upload your own articles right here and edit them your own. So you don't even need to generate them with Journalist AI. You can just edit your own right here with this tool. So yeah, and this is free, by the way, with all the plans. So there's another cool thing. If you watched so far and you want to give it a go, you can get it a go. You can try it for free for 3 articles. If you do want to pick up a subscription, before that, go here and ask the guys for a coupon code. Make sure you tell them you came from this video, and guys will hook you up with a coupon code. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.